So they get inspired to think differently, to act differently, and to think and act out of the box. So they really get excited. So it gets their creative juices flowing. Well, the Chinese word of crisis consists of two characters. One is danger and the other one is opportunity. So that is what they should look at. For example, they should look at new inventions. I have contact with all the patent agencies in the world. So I see which new patents for new inventions are registered, and then you should look, is it interesting to invest in that? That is one of them. And also what they should look at, of course, is today the scientific board of the Dutch government released a study that says that the Netherlands is not investing enough in doing business with the countries in the global south. We are only doing business with the global north, and the business, the economic volume of business in the global north and the global south are now even. They are now the same size. So you can see things are changing. We are moving from a monopolar world into a multipolar world, and so we should invest in both of them. Also, for example, look at what's happening in Dubai, 1970, Dubai what it was, and look what it is now. Also, thanks to investors and businesses from people from all over the world. Maybe an interesting example is Apple 20, 25 years ago. Apple was almost bankrupt. And then Microsoft bought the biggest competitor, bought 30% of their shares and helped them with new things. For example, the iPod and then later the iPhone. So you innovate yourself out of the crisis, out of the wars, because I don't believe in economic wars. I think uh, cooperation is much, much better for the world economy and for everybody. Well, since leaders will be assisted by AI, I think it will be very important for them to read the emotions of their counterparts, because AI cannot read the emotions, because we are human beings, we are mammals, so we are emotional people. If we look in each other's eyes, then we understand each other. So that is sort of that emotion. And they should also be able to think globally and multicultural. You see, for example, that people who believe in more gods, like Hindus and Buddhists, are able to deal with more value systems at the same time. But people who believe in one God, for them it is a bit more difficult. So they have to give. There are a lot of courses. There are a lot of things for that. Intercultural communications, cross-cultural communications, cross-cultural management, and also because of the aging in the countries in the West, Japan, China, and South Korea, you should be able to manage employers from all over the world, from countries with a young population as well. It's, for example, like a gardener. If a gardener only has roses in his garden, he knows how to tend to the roses, how to do with them. But if he gets 100 different flowers in his garden, he has to learn, he has to adapt. This one needs more water, this one needs more sun, and that one needs more shade. So that is what's happening now. That is the shift, the major shift which the world of business is now going through. Well, what audiences take away from my speeches is usually that because I speak with small video clips. So when I talk, I also show some small video clips, and so I'm like a VJ, so a video disc jockey, and so what I always get back as feedback is that they get inspired, and it opens up their minds because if you make people laugh first and then you say something serious, they remember it for 10, 20 years. So they get inspired to think differently, to act differently, and to think and act out of the box. So they really get excited. So it gets all the creative juices flowing.